authority on heaven and earth has been given to me. Can you think of a more arrogant statement than that? All authority has been given to me. Either it's an extraordinarily arrogant statement, or it's true. And perhaps the only reason his audience that day were not offended by that statement, that audacious statement of, all authority has been given to me, is because they were looking at a man that they had seen crucified. And when you predict your own death and resurrection and then pull it off, if you say all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me, you say absolutely it has. We've never seen anybody do that before. He said all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. Therefore, in light of the fact that all authority has been given to me, in light of the fact that I have all authority in heaven and earth, in light of the fact that I could ask you to do anything or I could do anything, here's how I want to channel all that authority. Here's how I want to channel all of that energy. Here's what I'm going to do with all authority that has been handed and given to me. Don't you know they're on the edge of their seats? All authority has been given to me. Therefore, you go and you make disciples of all nations. Do what? Yep. Here's what I want you to do. And I have the authority to ask you to do it, he would say. Now imagine, it's hot, it's dusty, they are fugitives from the law, they are outlaws, they're crazy, they have no influence, they have no connections, they have no money, they have no organization, and Jesus says, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into all the nations of the world. Yes, I see that hand. What's a nation? Okay, we'll get to that. I want you to go into all the ethnic groups. I want you to go to all the people groups in the whole world. Yeah, I see that hand. How are we going to get there? Okay, just let me finish. I want you to go into all the nations of the world. And I want you to make Jesus followers of all the people from all the nations in the world. And then he said, and surely, at the end, he said, and surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. And then he left. I'm with you always. Where did he go? He left. I'm with you always as you go into the world and make disciples of all nations. And then he left. And they went back to Jerusalem. And a few days later, as we talked about last week, and as you can read in the first, second, and third chapters of the book of Acts, this group of people who had watched Jesus die, who had seen a resurrected Savior, who had heard him say, go into all the nations, went into the streets of Jerusalem. And as we said last week, their message was simple. You killed him. God raised him. We've seen him. Say you're sorry. That was their 4-point message, remember? Hey, you killed him. The people of Jerusalem, you were there. God raised him. We've seen him. Say you're sorry. And suddenly, the Jesus gathering